Time for a swim? Very... Yes, let's go. Well... Time for a swim? Beautiful. All right. Yes. Spring has sprung, of course. Very well. Let's go. Say night-night. Beautiful. Yes. Best wishes. Gotta cool off. Well, sweet dreams. All right. Time for a swim?
Hey everyone, GuardianE here with another Camilla Emblem clear video in Fire Emblem Heroes. Today we're going to be taking on Proud Taguel, Panne, in her very own Grand Hero battle on Infernal difficulty. So we get our second free beast unit in the game, hot on the tails of Nesala, that released last month. We've got Panne, who is the first cavalry beast unit. Taguel that we have in the game. The Kitsune are also cavalry beast units, which affords them the ability to move 3 movement spaces per turn, as well as give some specific beast effects, which we'll talk about a little bit later. The layout of the map is pretty congested. It's indoors, and there are a lot of not only these trenches here that are intended to impede cavalry units, or at least funnel them. There's also these wall structures that sort of block the area, and there's this wall right here, which means that both flyers, cavalry, armors, and infantry alike cannot bypass this area. There are also these 2 breakable walls right here, and the enemy team will not advance unless baited, so that gives you enough time to reconfigure your team or shift them around however you need to brace for the incoming impact. So let's talk about the enemy team a little bit. Obviously Panne herself has her Taguel Fang, and it has this giant block of text as the effect, as all the beast units do. As they transform, they gain additional effect. So her Taguel Fang is effective against cavalry foes, being designated as a cavalry movement type. She has 3 movement, which means that she'll sort of shoot forward ahead of all of the rest of the pack, so to speak. And when she's solo, she gets an additional effect of +3 to all of her stats as she's attacking. So if she's, well, let me clarify, if she's solo or if she's next to a dragon ally. So the same condition for transformation is the same condition for this additional effect, so that when she is in combat, enemy phase or player phase, and she has the beast condition where she is either solo or next to a dragon or other beast unit, she'll get +3 to all of her stats. And then further, when she's in beast form, she gets +2 to her attack, and she'll also inflict attack defense -4, so an in-combat debuff on her foe when she initiates combat, and the enemy can't make a follow-up attack. So it's similar to the Sturdy Impact that we've seen on the A-slot skill on Tabarn, except sort of a miniature version of that. So she's going to be shooting forward to attack. The rest of the enemy team is sort of situated to support her. You'll notice that the Sword Knight here has Rally, Speed, and Defense Plus. The Blue Flyer up here has Guidance. This Bowfighter over here has Attack Tactic 3, and despite the wall, is within 2 spaces of Pan, so he will be buffing her there as well. So Pan is going to be getting some significant buffs. The Sword Knight is going to be moving and prioritizing using the Rally rather than targeting an enemy unit unless they're specifically in range. And she'll also, of course, get the Rally effect. So she's going to be heavily buffed as she shoots in. She has Chill Speed 3, which debuffs the unit on your team that has the highest speed, so that even if you have like Quick Riposte, for example, on your unit, that would cancel out the follow-up nullification of her Taguel Fang. At that point, the speed check reigns, and that's why she has Chill Speed 3 here. As far as the rest of the units, there's this Green Cavalier off to the side. Because of the 2 trenches here, the Green Cavalier is kind of forced to funnel off the right-hand side. This Red Manakete here has Light Breath in order to debuff your team, as well as sort of the synergistic Noontime plus Wrath in order to increase the damage of Noontime so that she can heal back. Drive Res and Sturdy Blow 2, as well as Reciprocal Aid intended to support Pan as she shoots forward, so that the Red Manakete would be able to heal her as she moves in on her offense and takes damage. Alright, so let's take a quick look at the team, see what kits we ended up using. We actually didn't make any adjustments at all to what is pretty much the standard kits that I use on Camilla Emblem, or on the original version of Camilla Emblem, in order to first take on content. That sufficed in order to clear this, so I didn't make any adjustments. Vanilla Camilla is +10. She is currently the only merged Camilla on the team. That is going to be soon to change. She's plus Speed. Camilla's Axe, Reposition, Draconic Aura, Distant Counter, Renewal for the B slot, Hone Flyers for the C slot, and Brazen Attack Res 3 for the Seal. We also have New Year's Camilla here, plus Speed minus Res. She has Slaying Edge, Gale Force, Death Blow 3 to activate Heavy Blade 3 as her Seal, Desperation for the B slot, and Goad Flyers for the Seal. We also have Summer Camilla, Fury, Desperation, Blarblade build, Reposition, Draconic Aura for the Special, Goad Flyers for the C slot, and Flyer Formation for the Seal. And lastly, we've got Spring Camilla over here with the Grand Raven Triangle Adept build, Reposition, Draconic Aura, Vantage for the B slot, Goad Flyers for the C slot, and Distant Defense 3 for the Seal. So there are actually a lot of ways that you can approach this map. It's not that difficult. You can plant a pretty hefty tank right here to be able to take on both Pan and the Green Cavalier right in the center. You could reposition somebody over on this hand side so that they can take on both the Green Cavalier and the Bow Fighter at the same time. A Raven Tome user would be a solid choice for somebody to put up here. You can go up the left hand side and poke at the Sword Knight in order to just force the enemy team to move forward. Again, they're not going to move unless you initiate on them or bait them forward. So what I opted to do was actually a little bit of a combination of planting somebody in the middle as well as sniping the Sword Knight on the left-hand side. What we're going to do is we're going to snipe the Sword Knight with Summer Camilla, and we're also going to plant Vanilla Camilla in the center to be able to tank both Pan and the Green Cavalier. So Pan's going to transform. She's also going to get those significant buffs. She's going to get the attack tactic. And currently, because the Sword Knight hasn't moved, he hasn't rallied her. But we're going to attack the Sword Knight with Summer Camilla. Just poke him. Not going to take him out, but it's just enough to initiate and force the enemy team forward. And we're also going to plant Vanilla Camilla right in the center so that she can tank Pan and the Green Cavalier that's coming out the right-hand side. So she'll tank Pan here. Okay, she's also going to tank the Green Cavalier and take her out on enemy phase. Okay, so the Manakete is going to move forward, use Reciprocal Aid on Pan to replenish her health. We're just going to fall back into the corner here. We're going to keep Pan away from New Year's Camilla, since that is the threat to New Year's Camilla. And at the same time, the Bowfighter is obviously a threat to us as flyers, with the exception of Spring Camilla. So we're just going to plant Spring Camilla up here, right in the range of the Bowfighter, so that she can handily take him out, or at least tank him on enemy phase. Okay, there we go. And once again, the Manakete runs in, uses Reciprocal Aid. So now we finish off the Bowfighter with Spring Camilla on player phase. We finish off Pan with Vanilla Camilla. And then we just use New Year's Camilla to finish off the 1 HP red Manakete as well. Now New Year's Camilla is in the range of the blue flyer, but she can tank that without any issue. She's not going to be doubled because she has that hefty Hone Flyers buff. And then we're just going to shift Summer Camilla up so that she gets a Hone Flyers buff for next turn from Vanilla Camilla. So now what we'll do is we'll use Spring Camilla to finish off the blue flyer. We're going to plant Vanilla Camilla up there so that we can use Summer Camilla and her flyer formation to leapfrog forward and take out the Sword Knight on player phase. So that is it. Pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Really not too difficult. There's a lot of flexibility on this map, and you can approach it a lot of different ways depending on your team composition. You can engage on a number of different fronts, play mostly player phase, mostly enemy phase. Again, you have a lot of options here. But that is the strategy that I employed with Camilla Emblem to clear the Grand Hero battle on Infernal difficulty for the Proud Taguel Pan. Let me know in the comments below what strategies and teams you ended up using to clear this Grand Hero battle on Infernal difficulty. Hopefully you enjoyed watching, and if you did, please feel free to leave us a like, comment, and subscribe to the channel for more Fire Emblem Heroes content. We thank you so much for watching. We really, really do appreciate you taking some time out to watch our videos. And until next time, let's protect those skies.